You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. A free community workshop focused on artificial intelligence will take place in Taylorville on Tuesday, July 8th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Lincoln Land Community College's Taylorville campus. The event is part of the Christian County CEO program's annual Give Back initiative, and it is free and open to the public. The workshop is called AI, Rural's Unfair Advantage, and will explore how artificial intelligence can become a tool for small businesses and nonprofit organizations in rural communities. While AI is often associated with large corporations, this event will focus on how local organizations can use it to counteract limited resources, simplify their operations, and boost overall productivity. Attendees will learn how AI can serve as a reliable assistant, helping with tasks like data analysis, marketing, and general operations. The session will also highlight how AI can automate repetitive processes and help to open up new opportunities for growth. The workshop will be led by Andrew Scadaboo, who is a Quincy-based technology trainer and founder of Brick Street Digital. Scadaboo has been working with AI tools and automations for the past several years, helping businesses and nonprofits across the country integrate technology into their operations. He also teaches workforce development courses at John Wood Community College and has presented at events throughout the Midwest. Although the event is free, RSVPs are encouraged. Those planning to attend can email amy.k.hagan@usbank.com and reserve their spot. A local children's advocacy organization is expanding its reach and therefore taking on a new name. Macon County CASA is now opening operations in Christian and Moultrie counties and is now known as Heartland CASA. The acronym in the name stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and they provide support and guidance to children in foster care and the child welfare system. Skylar Kraus is the Marketing and Development Manager for Heartland CASA. She says her organization's work is important because kids in these situations do not understand what is happening, so having an advocate is critical to help them cope.
Imagine you're a child and because of something that had nothing to do with you, maybe you were abused, neglected, had a bad spill, and something happened to where intervention needed to happen, and you're pulled from mom and dad. And you're placed with maybe a family member, maybe it is a certified foster family from DCFS. You still are completely kind of alone. Like you don't really understand what's going on, why it's happening, and you just feel really scared and alone and uninformed. So that's where our advocate comes in to kind of hold the hand of the child to make sure that they understand what's going on to the best of their ability, that they're getting the services that they need, whether that's mental health help, whether that's some sort of trauma intervention, making sure that the environment that they were pulled from is being rectified and fixed on that end, but then the process through their entire case is being handled with care. Because at the end of the day, these are children. They've done nothing to deserve this. They're just thrown into a really unpredictable situation.
These situations happen more frequently than some may realize. A key motivation for the organization to expand is the desire to meet the need.
I think part of it was the volume of children in care, that there was obviously a need. So we wanted to rise to that need. I mean, as a lifelong Decatur resident, I was born and raised in Decatur. I still reside there. It's like I don't consider just Decatur my hometown. Like all of Central Illinois is, where I come from. And I think that any kid that's not being properly advocated for and not having a voice in the court system is too many, whether they're in my backyard or down the road. And that's how it is to me. And I've got to sing some of the praises of our executive director. She's from Taylorville. So when this came up, she was like, absolutely, we have to help out her hometown too.
Volunteers play a major role in the success of this organization's work. Recruitment and retention manager Lori McDaniels says the process to enter and train is long, but is otherwise simple.
No, absolutely. So the really awesome thing is our volunteers are ordinary people from every walk of life, ordinary people that I think do extraordinary things. They have to be 21 years of age, pass a background check, and go through a 30-hour pre-service training class, which consists of 6 classes that right now we meet in the evening, but we are going to be doing a class in Taylorville. We'll also have virtual opportunities, but most importantly now we need to make people aware of CASA, and we want to go to churches. We want to get involved in the community, so people, they want to know more about us and learn how they can help.
Fundraising is another important factor for carrying out their mission. In the past, they have raffled off play sets to raise money. With the new name, they also are bringing in some new prizes.
This year, we wanted to change it up just a little bit and give you, just to kind of keep the conversation going throughout the summer, to help us with recruitment and to help us with awareness, like a little bit of an awareness campaign, like dual campaign. We are raffling off like summer essentials. So earlier in June, we raffled off a mower. Last weekend, we raffled off a Pit Boss smoker and a meat bundle kit. And then next month, well, almost this month, we're giving away a Blackstone grill along with another meat bundle. And then we'll be giving away a Adirondack chair set and a fire pit in August. And then our grand finale will be that beautiful backyard oasis custom built garden shed playhouse. So whoever wins it, you can kind of make it your own, whatever you want to do with it. It can be a playhouse. It can be a she shed, man cave situation. And we're actually working on that this week to get it all finalized, staged, and looking nice. And that will be living in downtown Decatur in Central Park.
More information is available at iHeartCasa.org or by calling their office at 217-428-8424. Skylar Krause and Lori McDaniels appeared as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news. It's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
The Pana Police Department is working to address a rise in homelessness in the city. It comes as they also look to ensure that many local events happen safely. The department, like others in the area, is involved with the Safe Passage program. It's an opportunity for them to send community members in need towards recovery rather than incarceration. Police Chief Daniel Bland spoke on the homelessness issue. He says it's a priority for his department in part because it affects the impression people receive of their city.
Well, naturally, with the weather changing, the temperatures, normalizing to where you could be out more often, that's when every city sees more people out moving, and then those who, they don't need the shelter per se for heat, and they tend to just, loiter more, be out in the public more, be more visible, and that's brought more attention to those in our area. And just over the last, couple months, we've seen an uptick, and especially in the last few weeks where we had several. When I say several, there might be 6 or 8, but that's a lot for our small community, being visible in the downtown area, being seen loitering, making campsites in areas that are unwelcomed. And, so we've had to reach out and address those issues because naturally, when the city's trying to entice business and investment in the communities, we don't want that struggle going on. So we try to find out why that's happening, who that individual is. And we've been able to, I think resolve that or lessen that issue based upon some services that we've done over the last few weeks to address that matter.
The department also continues its work with Safe Passage. Chief Bland says the goal is to reduce recidivism and what he has seen from the program in the area shows progress in that regard.
Yeah, it's been vital as far as just increasing resources for those that are struggling, because the goal is stop recidivism, stop the cycle of negative consequence and that individual and family that are suffering. We want to stop just the continual in and out of the system, continual victims of crimes, continual, threats to officers, engaging in, dangerous situations. If we can somehow stop that cycle, and we've seen that, over the last, several years with resources being increased, the calls for service and the struggle itself, the numbers are decreasing throughout the county. And that's a result of these types of services with safe passage, with there's more recovery centers available, the court systems, putting pressure on accountability of following through with, testing and work preparedness.
The local Safe Passage chapter recently held a commencement for those who completed the program. It's an opportunity for the community to see the difference that the program makes.
And the last commencement that I was able to attend, there's 5 graduates commencing into a new beginning, and 4 of the 5 actually were from Painter. One of them was one of the 4 is living in Taylorville, but we're super proud of them. But it just goes to show you there's 4 individuals where they were, in a cycle of struggle and at times chaos in their life, and gets involved in criminal activity and crime, and to route those individuals into a better opportunity and recovering their families and their kids and obtaining jobs, and they're turning out to be productive, citizens to society, as well as they're just healthy and they feel better. And so that was a good event to attend, and that's why we do what we do. We're not just wanting to lock people up and send them to prison forever. We want to solve the issue.
Many summer events are on the horizon in Pana, beginning with last weekend's Independence Day festivities. The influx of people creates opportunities, but also possibilities for many incidents to be prepared for.
Yes, for sure. Anytime there's events, which nearly every weekend in Pana, there's events, whether it's at the parks or downtown or something going on. But when you bring in larger events like the 4th of July or the Popcorn Festival, it increases traffic flow. So naturally, on our preparedness of these events, we look to just try to prepare for one, basic traffic flow, making sure things are operating smoothly, safety needs, intel, because anytime you increase more people in your community, there's additional, things to watch for, crime deterrence, things of that nature that we always try to be ready for and plan ahead for.
More information on the Pana Police Department is available at cityofpana.org/police department. Police Chief Daniel Bland appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. State Senator Doris Turner has announced that 5 libraries in central Illinois will receive a combined total of nearly $311,000 to support local services and programs. The funding comes through the Illinois Secretary of State's Public Library Per Capita and Equalization Aid Grants Program, which is distributing more than $18 million to 639 libraries across the state. Libraries receiving funding in our area include Chatham Area Public Library District with $25,602, Decatur Public Library with $104,020, Rochester Public Library District with $11,122, and Stonington Township Library with $1,465. Libraries can use the grants to support a wide range of needs, such as adding books and ebooks, improving internet access, adding support staff, offering public programs, and making building improvements. The goal is to help libraries continue serving as important community resources. Visiting every state park in Illinois, they are now past the halfway point, 85 and counting for Stephanie Swyka and Emma McGrady. Both are from the Chicagoland area. They are called the Fresh Air Friendship. You can follow their journey on Facebook by searching Fresh Air Friendship. At one time, Illinois was home to around 400 round and multi-sided barns, but only 65 still stand today. Indiana author John Hanau has written a book called Around Illinois: The Round and Multi-Sided Barns in the Prairie State. The 208-page self-published book is available through blurb.com, BLURB.com. They're still awaiting the governor's signature on the deer nuisance legislation that was approved by the Illinois General Assembly last spring. The Illinois Farm Bureau says the measure was a priority for the organization. Kevin Simlo serves as the Illinois Farm Bureau Executive Director of Governmental Affairs and Commodities. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Looking for more from your checking account? With CNB's Premium and Gateway Checking, get buzzing benefits packed with perks that pay. Protect your phone with cell phone coverage. Save big on prescriptions, eye care, and hearing services with health savings. And shield your identity with ID Theft Aid, plus 24/7 roadside assistance and access over 400,000 discounts from local shops to national brands. Switch to CNB Premium or Gateway Checking today. Download the Buzzing app and start saving. Visit cnbil.com or stop by your local CNB branch. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
When it comes to organizing your life, Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville has some words of advice. Consider pre-planning your funeral. The death of a loved one can be a traumatic event in people's lives, and you can spare your family the burden of planning a funeral when they are grieving. Sutton Memorial Home knows that establishing a pre-arrangement assures that important decisions and your personal selection are made in advance and spares your family an additional burden at their time of loss. Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Caring is what they do best.
97-year-old Ellen L. Davis of Taylorville died on June 30th. Memorial service will be July 13th at 3 p.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. A private burial will then be held at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, or you can hear them every single hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.
This is Blaine.